Yeah, so I hosted Secretary of Foreign Affairs Manalo for a public statement yesterday. His remarks were a lot like the public remarks from all four secretaries this afternoon. Not a ton of new deliverables. It was really about moving forward the announcements that they've made over the last 18 months. And it's been a steady drumbeat of announcements on the U.S. Philippine alliance. What they really want to message is that this is a new era. This is a once in a generation process that they're engaged in.
Okay, and what's really noticeable is under Marcos Jr., seems as though he's really turned things around in terms of Philippine foreign policy with regards to the U.S. and China. So I guess that's a positive sign. On to Balikatan itself. More than a decade ago, when these exercises started, they were originally counterterrorism. Right now, pretty obviously, they are centered or focused on countering China. And I note that part of the exercises are going to include blowing up a mock Chinese ship in the South China Sea. How is that going to go down with China?
They haven't said it's a mock Chinese ship. It's a mock ship of some sort. You can read into it what you want about what ships the Philippines might be threatened by. The fact is, Balikatan's been happening since the 90s. And yeah, for a long time it was counterterrorism focused. What they want to do today with the largest ever set of the exercises is send a message that the alliance is moving into a new era, and that is largely driven by the fears that the Philippines has. Now, they say, of course, that the exercises aren't targeted at any individual country, but what has changed in the regional security environment over the last decade is China. That's clearly what is driving this.
Gregory, does it feel like under the Marcos administration now, the Marcos Jr. administration, that Philippines, in terms of foreign policy and alignment, has round-tripped from the US to China and unambiguously away from China now and back to the US?
Yeah, I think the strategic consensus in Manila today that China is a threat that has to be deterred and that the Americans are the only real tool the Philippines has to do that, I think that's even stronger today than it was before Duterte, under Aquino. And that's largely because Duterte tried it the other way. I think the perception in Manila is that he bent over backwards for Beijing and he got kicked in the teeth for it. And if Duterte wasn't good enough for China, then no Philippine president will ever be good enough for China.